English, we can understand English. But when time comes of speaking the same language, our mind goes blank. The reason is the first basic reason that I think personally is overthinking. We
Oh,
are under so much pressure, we are under so much stress that we overthink what will we speak? What if I spoke wrong English? What if I make a few minor or major mistakes? People will mock at me. Most of the YouTubers, I have heard them, I wouldn't name it on this platform, they are pushing their learners to learn complicated vocabulary. Why?
yes, I have also observed this. Like they just want to create their content and they want to be like fancy. They are using fake accent, they are using very difficult words, and they are also suggesting people you have to use these.
If we have to say, मेरा सर चक्कर खा रहा है, you can't say my head is eating circles. This is the
Hmm,
proper translation. But will this
right.
work? Is this okay?
No.
This is not okay. The correct will be, I am feeling giddy. I'm
Hmm,
feeling giddy, which is completely different from
hmm,
the original sentence. So you see, four important strategies to how
hmm.
to think in English is, but if you
Correct.
have made up a point of learning something, you have to give your 100%, not even 99% will not do. Because that 1% will definitely torture you the whole life.
Okay, thank you so much for confirming. So, hello, good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, Priyanka. What about you? How are you doing?
I'm also doing well. Thank you so much for asking. So, how was your morning?
My morning was, as usual, very hectic, full of tensions, traumas. But now I'm feeling relaxed because I was looking forward to meeting you. So I was very relaxed. I mean, though mornings are always full of, tensions and workloads, but
Work.
eventually we ladies are multitasker, so we can get over it easily.
We have to do all the stuff and we have to
Yes,
work
we have.
on our skill as well.
Exactly. We don't have a narrow escape for that. We have to do it.
Yes, correct, ma'am. Okay, so since we are meeting first time, I have on platform, but I want to know about you so that my audience can
There's a glitch in the system. I think so. There's some glitch
maybe
in the
someone is calling
connection.
me. That is why it happened.
Okay, okay, no worries.
So please tell
So
me more about you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So as you know by now that my name is Ritu Pathak and I am passionate about teaching English and can go to any extent to help my students overcome barriers regarding this language. I am in this field for the last 30 years. As
Mhm.
of now, I have students both from India and abroad. So this is my first love, if you ask me. English is my first love because I have been dreaming of becoming an English teacher since my childhood days. So now I can say that my dream has come true somehow.
Mhm. So, you are teaching where? Online or offline?
No, no, I am self employed
Okay.
because I don't feel it very comfortable to teach in any institution. So right now I am self-employed and I'm very happy with whatever I'm doing. And the mode is online, not offline.
Okay. So, how do you get students? Because I think you are not a YouTuber. You are not uh, connected with any platform. So, how do you get students?
Right, right, right. Good question. Intelligent question, I must say. I have made a flyer kind of thing, and then I posted it on FB page. So from there, I got a few connections, and this is how I embarked on this journey.
Okay, great. So, would you like to know about me?
Yeah, why not, Greg? I was just waiting to ask something about you. You are such a beautiful person. So first, I will be so blessed if you introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So as you can see on the screen, my name is Priyanka. I belong to Uttarakhand, but now I live in Gurugram, Haryana. I have done masters in finance and marketing, qualified UGC net exam. Now I'm looking for an assistant professor job. Simultaneously, I run a YouTube channel where I'm uploading conversational videos. As you said, this is your hobby or you love this language. Same with me. I love this language, so I started creating content in this, and I started teaching as well some beginners, reading books, talking to people, going outside, shopping, spending time with nature. These all are my hobbies. There are many more. So that is about me.
No, but all the hobbies, I must say that are wonderful and doing nothing harm to anyone. So all your
Yeah.
hobbies are, super powerful and wonderful at the same time. So all the hobbies are, say that nice.
Yeah. Okay, so as you are a teacher, so I have a question for you, and I want to know your insight. People always suffering for like they are not able to think in English. They can understand easily, but they are not able to speak. And when they speak, they are not able to think in English. They always translate Hindi to English, and they become fumble while speaking. So, what is your insights on this? What will you suggest to them?
Yeah, that question is very close to my heart, first of all. And again, I must appreciate you for coming up with this burning hot topic. Now, see, the question that you asked me is that how to think in English, right? The
Yes.
first important thing is we should drop, first of all, to think in our native language, right?
Mm.
What we do, and you asked me that why we go blank while speaking. Like,
Mm.
I can read English well, I'm good at English, we all are good at English, we can understand English, but when time comes of speaking the same language, our mind goes blank. The reason is, the first basic reason that I think personally is overthinking. We
Oh.
are under so much pressure, we are under so much stress that we overthink, what will we speak, what if I spoke wrong English, what if I make a few minor or major mistakes, people will mock at me. So first of all, I would suggest that stop overthinking.
Mm.
Okay, mistakes are inevitable. We can't escape committing mistakes. We all are beginners. Nobody is intelligent enough, wise enough, because we are not God. We are
Mm.
human. And if you have heard one proverb, to err is human. To err is human means we are human. Therefore, it is our tendency to commit mistakes. So accept that fact first of all. As soon as you accept the fact that we will commit mistake, then you will be okay by it, right? Second important thing, that strategy which always, it is a never failing strategy, is start with small talks. What people do is they don't treat themselves as a beginner. Treat yourself as a beginner. Okay, this is a language,
Mm.
it is not a rocket science, but
Correct.
you need some consistency in a process. It is a learning process, right? And
Mm.
it is a never ending process. Till end, till our last breath, we learn something or the other. Think like that. So small talks can be one of the most powerful tools. Like,
Mm.
how can I give you an example? How are you doing? What are you doing? I need a cup of tea. How was your day? What is your
Simple
name?
sentences.
Exactly. Start
Simple.
with very small talk and
Mm.
don't think about using complicated words or
Mm.
using some complicated structures. Don't go with that. Okay, start with small talk. Secondly, immerse yourself. Immerse means surround yourself with that language, right?
Mm.
That
Surroundings.
surround yourself. Exactly. Like we can say in a funny way, drink English, eat English, wear English. That means whatever activity you are doing the whole day, think about
Mm.
that activity in English. For example, our main domain in our house is kitchen, right?
Kitchen, yeah.
So as
Yeah.
soon as you enter into the kitchen, you must think, okay, what should I cook now? Don't say, mujhe aaj kya banana hai. Don't say like
Mm.
that. What should I cook now? Okay, let me be ready with all the ingredients I have. You can talk to yourself. People are coming up with so many problems that we don't have any partner. We
Mm.
can take help of a mirror, you can take help of a voice recorder. That is okay, but the first thing that you can do is talk to yourself. If you don't have that opportunity, talk to yourself. Make some mental notes. Mental notes means, by saying that mental notes means, just think about in English, keep on thinking. Don't say that I have to search for, I'm looking for jeera. You can say cumin seeds at the same time. You can also
Mm.
say by yourself, talk to yourself as much as you, because the safest part is nobody is there to judge you. Nobody is there to
Correct.
judge you. Yeah, you are the one who are making mistake. You are the one who are listening to your own mistakes, and you are the one who will correct your own mistakes. So this is one of the proficient way to improve your English by yourself without wasting your time, without wasting your money, and without pleading somebody to come up on any of the platforms to help me out with that
Mm.
particular language.
Yeah.
Third is, as we have been listening to this statement for long, practice makes a man perfect. Practice
Correct.
as much as you can, right?
Yeah.
Now, what do we do is, if our battery, like phone battery, discharges, what do? We run for a charger. Is it
Yeah.
immediately? Because it is
Yes.
our food. We can't live without our mobile. We can't think our life even a moment without a mobile. So why
Yeah.
are you thinking of skipping a day or two without speaking up English? Practice.
Mm.
May it be for 10 minutes, may it be for 15 minutes. The key point is consistency. You have to be consistent in that. Like, make it a
Mm.
point. Don't procrastinate it. Procrastinate means don't delay any process. Abhi
Mm.
nahi, baad mein, because tomorrow never comes. Like, tomorrow
Correct.
never comes. If you
Mm.
already thought that we will do this tomorrow, forget about it. It's better to forget about it. I am not very
Right.
rude but very honest. But if you
Correct.
have made up a point of learning something, you have to give your 100%, not even 99% will not do. Because that 1% will definitely torture you the whole life. So give your
Mm.
100%, be patient. It is a process, as I've already warned you. It is a
Mm.
process. Nothing can be done overnight. Rome was not built in a day. Everything takes time. So give
Mm.
yourself some time, be consistent, be patient, don't harshly on yourself. And fourth important point is, don't translate. A big no from my side. What we do is, we start translating in our own language. We are, see, we are Indians. Our native language is Hindi. What do we
Hindi.
do?
Yeah.
Basically, see, don't feel bad, but it's a truth. What do? We try to translate from Hindi into English, and
First
that
we
is
think
one
in
of,
Hindi, then we translate in English.
that is what my point is. Think in English. If you are even committing mistake, the mistakes will also be committed in English, right? So you are giving
Correct.
100% time to that language which you are learning, which you are so keen about learning, right?
Yeah.
Like, how to translate? If we have to say, mera sir chakkar kha raha hai, you can't say my head is eating circles. This is the
Mm.
proper translation. But will this
Right.
work? Is this okay?
No.
This is not okay. The correct will be, I am feeling giddy. I'm feeling
Mm.
giddy, which is completely different from
Mm.
the original sentence. So you see, four important strategies to how to
Mm.
think in English is: start small. Start small means start with small sentences,
Yeah.
practice daily,
Mm.
surround yourself with this language as much as possible, and
Mm.
last but not the least is, don't translate. Don't
Mm.
translate. How people who are beginners and who are very keen about learning this language, the first mistake they commit is they start translating. Don't translate. And
Mm.
if you ask me, the way how to do it is listen to podcast. Like
Mm.
I personally rely on BBC. If you have ever tried,
Yes, I
right?
have tried
Yeah.
BBC, yeah, TED Talk.
Fantastic. Exactly. Because they provide you conversational language, they provide you short, concise, and effective lessons.
Hmm.
Practical, right?
Practical.
And one is which I am now listening to
There.
ESL podcast.
Sorry?
ESL podcast. They
ESL.
also provide ESL podcast. Just check it out. They also provide you with concise, relevant, like daily conversational language. They don't give you, see, if we are learning English, most of the YouTubers, I have heard them, I wouldn't name it on this platform, they are pushing their learners to learn complicated vocabulary. Why?
Yes, I have also observed this. People like
Exactly.
they just want to create their content and they want to be like fancy. They are using fake accent, they are using very difficult words, and they are also suggesting people you have to use these. It is not the right way. First, we have to be simple. If we are able to articulate our thoughts in beautiful manner, then we can add some advanced vocabulary. But in beginner stage, we shouldn't try this.
Even grammar, even in grammar rules, if you follow grammatical rules, you see, we have an exercise, a chapter in grammar, and that is by the name of transformation. See, so in
Okay.
that chapter we have three types of sentences if you follow the rules as well. The first is simple sentence, the second is compound, and the third is complex sentence. So if you think
Okay.
like that, the grammarians by themselves, they have they have broken down the rules in according to this level: simple,
Yeah.
compound, and complex. That means what? That we have to start with simple sentences. How are you? And what are you doing? Look at my shoes. Look at my dress. I am wearing this beautiful black kurta, and black is my favorite color. What's wrong in that? Why don't we think like that? And one which I want to just actually discuss on this platform, why we use fake accent. I don't know this till date. We are
Yeah.
Indians and we
Yes.
will always be Indians. Why to follow that fake accent? It pisses me off literally. I'm sorry
Hmm.
to say, but uh, if you want to work on your accent, why are you listening the podcast from Indian speakers?
Hmm.
The
Correct.
language, right?
Hmm.
If you want to learn Chinese, what would you do? I ask you, Priyanka, what you do? If you want to learn Korean language, if you want to learn Chinese language, forget about English as of
Mhm.
now. What will you do?
First,
What will you do?
go and watch some of videos related to their language, and I try to speak in my own accent. I will try to how they are speaking. I will try to learn right pronunciation, not the accent.
Exactly. And what would you like to prefer at that moment? Would you like to prefer an Indian speaking of Chinese or a particular native speaker that means a Chinese? Will guide you better. A Chinese or an Indian who is speaking of Chinese. I'm not saying that, see, many Indians are there. Many
Hmm.
Indians who are like Shashi Tharoor,
Hmm.
right? Shashi
Yeah.
Tharoor, and there are so many reporters on our English channel, on our these news channels. They are speaking up English fantastically, but they have
Yeah.
worked on that. They have
Hmm.
worked on that. We can
Correct.
also speak that particular accent, but how can you speak up in that accent without practicing?
Hmm.
So
Without
it feels very foolish that we come up with this accent without practicing. So first is start simple. Start with
hmm.
your Indian accent. Then if
Yeah.
you have caliber, if you can invest that much time, if you can invest that much time to practice, then it's okay by you. But what about this fake accent going on? It's so high that you are speaking up in English. So you have to maintain that accent, of course. But for that, don't get me wrong, We have to work on that. So start with simple, go slow. Go slow. Why to rush? Why to rush? Right. So that is, these are my strategies which I particularly follow. Start reading English books. Simple English books. Harry Potter series. Why don't we read that?
Correct.
Okay, any story, the Seven Wonders, the Black Beauty. Pick up easy books. Pick up books that are of your level. Accept that we are beginners. Once we accept that we are beginners, half of the tension vanishes away. I bet you. I bet that if you think that I am C1 level, I am of C2 level, and see, I can't even speak up in English so well. So if you want to be fluent, you must be harsh on yourself. By being harsh on yourself is you have to be strict. You have to maintain a journal. A journal, you understand? A diary entry. Make it a
Idea.
point. Yeah, make it a point of maintaining a journal. Now, most of the time, I have seen people are speaking, pronouncing this word as general. It is not general. R sound has a weak sound. You have to drop the sound of letter R. It is journal. Work on the pronunciation. English is a very beautiful language. It has its own rhythm. It has its own, mouth movements. It has its own tone. You can't speak English with the, with the movements of when you speak this Hindi language. Then the problem arises, which we term as fake accent. Fake accent. So work on the phonics. Work on your phonics. If you have already decided to stride on the road of learning English, we have to follow certain rules regarding this language. This is
Yes.
my vantage point, which I want to just, discuss in this
Yeah.
beautiful interactive session.
Indeed, and wonderful. Have cleared all the doubts learner had have, and they can work upon their English watching this video, and they can learn easily. They can decide what they can do now, and they can start working upon some. So, anything else you want to ask or share?
Yeah, I just want to ask your future goal. I mean, why have you taken up this language as your future target? I think that this is your target, I think, to be fluent in English, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, yes, you are true. So my target is simple. As I told you, I want to be an assistant professor. So I'm working hard for that. And I want to be assistant professor in management field because I have done masters in finance and marketing. Communication skills is also important. I want to brush up my skill. And it's 1 year I have been learning this language. So almost it is my hobby. I love this language. I love spending time with the this language, so that is why I started teaching. I started creating content, and I'm enjoying. And if I will get chance to teach students like in a college in English, so definitely I will try.
Wow. So, do you have any students right now?
Yes, I have 4 5 students. I'm teaching
Wow.
them.
That's the best
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, if you want to hone your skill regarding any language or anything, start teaching up students because that is the easiest, simplest, and most importantly, I can say the most proficient way to learn this language quickly. Because you will in that process, you will confront your own mistakes. You will see that okay, I am making mistake while speaking up a particular statement, so you can improve and your language, your speaking up skills, your listening skills, your reading skills. See, English language is like a car. It has four
Hmm.
wheels, right? Four
Yeah.
wheels. The four wheels are listening, reading,
Hmm.
speaking, and writing.
Correct.
So what do you think if one of the wheels broke up? What do you think if one of the wheels got damaged? What do you think? Can we drive that car? Not at all. So we have to work on all the four fields. We have to listen to podcast. We can read books. We can speak up and we can write, as I told you, a diary or a journal. So this
Correct.
is your personal choice. So you have to blend all these four tools together in such a strong way that it will definitely give you, fruitful results. Definitely, if you just work like that, it will definitely give you fruitful results. And be ready to commit mistakes, accept the mistakes, and make a promise to yourself that okay, next time I will not commit that mistake. So
Mm.
commit mistake not deliberately, that
Mm.
deliberately we have to commit mistake. No, if by chance you have committed any mistake, learn from your mistake and move on. That's the simplest way
Yes, yes.
that I can say this.
That I never never afraid to making mistake, because mistake is also part of learning English. If we want to learn anything, so definitely 101% we are going to make mistakes. So I accept it, and I am ready to make mistake even in front of camera. I upload some of video where I'm making mistakes, so I'm not afraid of making mistake, because I'm here only for learning this language.
That's all right. That is my point is that's okay. That's your life. Don't
Yeah.
tell others to judge yourself. You are your own leader. This is your life. This is your own life. You have to lead your life the way you want. Right? So
Correct.
don't deviate from your target. Your target is to be fluent in this language. Don't deviate from this target, and you are doing wonderful. You are
Yeah.
doing wonderful. I mean, you see, that takes a lot of courage to come up on this platform, to confront speakers, and to have that kind of interactive session. To it takes a lot of courage, and you have already taken the first important step. So now, no looking back. Keep on moving and keep rocking. Good wishes for your
Yeah.
future.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. Thank you.
Same here, and I also enjoyed a lot. I mean, I also had a great time with you. All my morning traumas vanish away now, and I'm also feeling energetic and refreshed.
Thank you so much. Okay, ma'am. Then I think now we have to wrap up the session. We will connect soon with a different topic. Thank you.
Definitely. Bye bye. Take care. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.